Welcome back, everybody, to TV Sports 27 and MLB's Road to the Show with Tom Brady. Touchdown Tom, retired from football with 7 rings, but he wants to complete the hand. He wants to get enough rings to have a full set of 10, so he's joined the baseball world here, and he's hoping in his limited time that he can make this thing happen. Miami Marlins, tough route that they have. Trade talks have been underway for Tom Brady, batting .249, and we got a National League East battle as we head back home here to Miami in this battle between the Marlins and the Nationals. Already a lead for the Nationals, 2-0 here, and Tom Brady immediately is going to ground out, and that is how this one will start. The road to the show. I don't think my audio is up. Wow. OBS is just playing games right now. What's going on? There we go. Now we can hear the game audio. Hello, Matt Vasgersian, DeRosa, everybody. 9-3 as things just continue to get worse here for the Miami Marlins and company. It's definitely an uphill battle, and that's the thing in baseball, man. It is bleak when you're behind like this. As many losses as they have, and you're showing no signs of improving. It's a lot of games and a lot of uphill climbing. At least like in football, kind of, if you have a bad team, you know, like we had recently, the Washington Commanders, we missed the playoffs. We finished 8-8, but it was kind of like, okay, we only had 2 games that we kind of had to get through at the end of the season that meant nothing. And when we did our arena football and we finished 16-0, we had like 3 games at the end that meant nothing. Well, there's a lot of baseball left here to play, and you're on a team that's not showing any signs of improvement. Tom, though, putting the ball in play every single time, but having trouble. And this has been, you know, this streaming session, we've had 1 home run, 1 hit. We had a couple of RBI, but it is certainly the consistency of getting, you know, 1, 2, 3 hits a game has not been there. But we've had a couple of games just like this where we have been making contact with the ball. It's just a matter of trying to find that sweet spot where it can drop in. And
2 errors thus far on the Miami line
score. This is a 40, 45, 46-year-old that's jumping into the world of baseball here. At the tail end of his career, just trying to win a few more rings. You know, the football world shut down as far as, like, his body being able to do it. But, you know, hey, baseball, it's not a super demanding. Of course, you got to run. You got to make plays. But something he felt like he could have done for a couple years, trying to get those last few rings. But I think the goal here now, of course, Miami made the grab and, you know, maybe trying to make that run, but looking at maybe trying to get on a Yankees or a Boston or Houston or somebody that's ready to make a run at a couple championships.
Full count still.
Full count. Tom did foul that one off to kind of keep it alive here.
He's ready. Now the payoff pitch.
And that will walk. So there we go. Won't get a hit, but will get on base.
1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
Well, when you go with a slider there in a full count, well, just an
no problem for the Nationals here in the East.
He just collected the first save of his career.
They're going to dominate, take this one from the Miami Marlins.
Washington scored 10 runs.
0 for 3 with a walk, 16 hits, 10 runs.
Gets the win on the mound, his first of the year. Tommy Wilson struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. Nick Brady takes the rare 3-inning save. Are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball.
39 wins, 10 victories separating the Washington Nationals and the Miami Marlins here. Pablo Lopez set to get on the mound here before we jump into this game. As a reminder, the different places you can help support the channel. TV Sports, if you want to help us get a better capture card, a new capture card, a stream deck, so our keyboard won't be thrown across the room. PlayStation 5 Pro, all the ways that we can do to improve our stream, you know, face cam, things like that. Help support the channel, Patreon, Streamlabs, Ko-fi. If you like what we're doing, if you dig what we're doing, check out one of those, or follow and support the channel, Twitch, YouTube, all those different places. We appreciate your guys'
Brady
support.
is in to start things off as he looks at
And
a ball to
already
start the
trailing
inning,
1-0 as
So guys, these
Tom
Nationals,
Brady
as they
steps
interplay
up
here
for his
tonight,
first
they've been in a
at-bat
nice
of the
little
game.
groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Yeah, Matty, they started yesterday.
Look at
There's
this
a swing,
solid
drive,
shot.
And everybody's just going to sit back and
And
watch
it's
that
toast.
one fly. No doubt.
Well, those are
home run.
always big business right there. Anytime you're catching a home run ball, especially when you're hearing that
solo
trade
shot
talks
here to
for
straightaway
Tom
right
Brady
field.
might be in the
Number
mix
11 for
here.
him on the season. And with it, the
That's going to be a
Marlins are
big
back even
cash
now at
item as
1-1.
Brady delivers his 11th home run of the season, 369 feet for Tom Brady. And obviously Miami, they saw the success of Tom Brady in Tampa. That's why they went out and got him. We got Nemesis in the chat. The show 20 wonderful night. I agree. That's part of the reason why, you know, we play the older games. I find the game that I really like, and I kind of just stick with it for a couple of years. I'm not a yearly. Not only do they take away the feature where you can bring your save file from game to game, which I thought was kind of crazy, but you know, most of the games, there's not really any graphical improvement they're making. So 36 RBI. So we are first in the team. So at least Brady in these trade talks, you know, maybe kind of has a little bit where he can kind of bitch about like, hey, you know, I want to get on a better team. I'm pulling my weight. That's the thing I'm waiting for, my friend. PS5 Pro. The rumored, and we talk about it all the time on this stream here, PS5 Pro, and how close I've been to buying a PS5 to where they, you know, when the life of the PS5 was out and you couldn't find them in stores anywhere, now they're readily available. I can go into a Walmart right now or a GameStop or whatever and buy one. But now there's the rumors that PS5 Pro is coming out. Now you're hearing rumors that in 2 more years PS6 is going to be coming out. So it's like, man, do you make that investment? I don't know, but we'll see what the PS5 price tag is going to be, because PS5, yeah, it's been pretty much rocking at that $500 tag, but PS5 Pro could be a little less, which would be ideal. This is a pretty solid shot, but it's going to float way up there.
Robles will get there, and he puts
How is the show 21? I imagine it's pretty, you know, pretty similar. I will say, you know, for the show, if it's not broke, don't fix it kind of thing. There's not, I suppose, a lot to improve on, but then the problem with that when you're doing a yearly game release is your game's going to look the same. On January 5th, they cut the servers, so I grabbed the 20. Oh, very nice. I didn't think about doing that, but I guess I'm in the middle of franchise modes with, Tom Brady and the Diamondbacks, so it wouldn't have made much use anyway. But I know they're getting ready to do that with Madden that I'm playing as well. So as far as like having draft classes, that might be going away for me in that series. But well, you know, I did the same for college football back in the day. I had NCAA 07, this is going back some time, and I bought 08, which was essentially the same exact game. But the only reason I bought it was because Jared Zabransky was on the cover. So Madden 16, okay, the last Madden that I played from last gen that I really liked was Madden 12. I played Madden 12 for about 10 years, maybe just maybe around 9 or so, and then I got Madden 20, which is what I'm still playing to this day, which I don't mind. I think it's the lesser of evils of all the Maddens that are out right now between 21, 22, 23, and 24. I think Madden 20 is one of the better ones, although as you've seen from my various episodes, it definitely has its flaws and its issues. More so, my biggest complaint is that it has the sack animation, where if your arm is moving forward and you get hit, it counts it as a sack instead of it being an incomplete pass, which I've mentioned a bunch of times that nobody in the history of football can have their arm going forward at full speed ahead, get hit, palm the football and hang on to it as often as my quarterbacks do in Madden, which is crazy. And the other annoying thing is you can't challenge in Madden. I've never been able to challenge a play. It's always blanked out. So
playing for the sweep tomorrow.
But let me know if that's something you guys want to see tomorrow as we're winding down before I head out of the country. So I only got a couple of streaming sessions left. So what do you guys want to see tomorrow? What do you guys want to see on Tuesday? Do you want to see Madden, which would be the RXFL? Do you guys want to see WWE 2K? A couple more episodes as we are on the road to the Royal Rumble. That's another one, the debate too. WWE 2K24. It's looking cool. You know, some of the stuff is looking cool. We still haven't gotten really like any gameplay other than what we've seen on Up, Up, Down, Down. But like the big feature that they're pushing is you can change camera angles. It's like, really? Like, like that's a feature that you're pushing? I do recognize they've added a bunch of match types. Ambulance match is really cool. I'll give them that. The buried alive, not buried alive, casket match, special referee. That's all cool stuff. But I do remind you, these were all features that we had at one point that they took away and then gave it back. And I'm not seeing a whole lot of a difference between WWE 2K22 and WWE 2K24, other than the roster being different and those couple of match types. The game essentially again seems completely the same from what I've seen. The backstage area is completely the same. You know, they touted all these new backstage animations. I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know. Another year where I probably most likely won't be picking up 2K24, and it's just a yearly release model, man. I've kind of grown tired of it. I've really, and I realize that's been the thing. But I've really grown tired of the yearly release model. It's not good. It's like terrible for games. I don't know.
Down in the strike zone, he'll definitely call that ball right at the knees.
If he's consistent with it, Dan,
so I guess for me, as long as I buy the game once every 5 years, then I feel like I am getting a brand new game as opposed to doing the yearly release deal. So that would give me time. If I didn't get 2K24, I can at least finish up to WrestleMania on Universe mode, and then maybe for 2K25 make that jump. 2K14, that was the one. That was the WrestleMania one, right? That was that had all the old WrestleMania arenas. That was pretty cool. I do remember that. I did like that was on. I think it crashed a lot, which you can say that about every. Oh, the check swing actually worked. How about that? On a 360, that one would crash a lot, especially if we started using like custom logos and stuff. It was pretty much a disaster there. There's a nice hit for Tom Brady. Brady will be aboard. The WWE games that I've owned, not counting, you know, Raw 2, WrestleMania 21, I have all the Xbox ones. Which that might be fun. We'll see how the numbers do. My episode of Raw 2 that we did with SK Money is going to be going up soon on YouTube. The complete stream just went up, and it didn't get too many hits, which I was kind of surprised about, but maybe for funsies. I thought about, you know, would it be fun to just play like a Raw 2 universe mode, like bust out that old game and just do like a year on Raw 2 and kind of see how that would, what kind of numbers that would get. Maybe that'd be of interest to some people. Good possibility. But WWE 12 I still have, and that game's really fun, but the universe mode is super glitchy as far as like storylines and things not really making sense. And then 2K14, as you mentioned, I did get that one, but it does crash a lot. And then I got 2K17 on the 360, which was probably the most consistent. I'd say the only downside is most people had moved to next gen on 2K17 by then, so a lot of the creator wrestlers were not that great on the game. But as far as it being like the most consistent, where it wasn't really buggy, it didn't crash, probably the best of the bunch. And of course 2K20 was the next one I got, which was what it was. I knew going into it before I even bought it like what it was, but because it had been so bad and they ended up like, I mean, in record time, it dropped. So I bought it when I bought my PS4 for Black Friday, which maybe I should have just bought 2K19 and saved myself the headache. But it was super cheap on Black Friday. Like, I think it was like 10 or 15 bucks. So I was like, okay. I realized that whatever. And then, of course, now 2K22, which is an improvement, but still buggy, still glitchy, still crashes.
He was signed as a free agent in the middle of last season.
Yeah,
I just loaded up the 98 roster Padres and Marlins in the classic Miami Stadium graphics. Very nice. I like when we do the All-Star break in my franchise mode, which is with the Arizona Diamondbacks. I always like, I've been doing this for many years. You guys can go back to my Houston Astros series that we have on our Patreon page. But I would always do this for the All-Star break because the show does throw in those old school stadiums, which are pretty cool. And, you know, some crazy MLB stadiums that had some wild, like Shibe Park, that has just, like, in the Polo Grounds, that have these crazy configurations, you know. I always try to do one of those stadiums for the All-Star game, just to be different. And, of course, Miami, the old Miami Stadium, the Hard Rock, as it's known now. That is one that I've done before for the All-Star game. It's not a historic stadium, but by God, that stadium hosted a couple of World Series, which is more than you can say about Wrigley Field in this last century, which has only had one World Series. Not century, I shouldn't say. In the last 50 years, in the last 5 decades, Hard Rock hosted more World Series than Wrigley Field, so, you know.
We are under the lights this
All right, big road trip as we head out west as the LA Dodgers. We are quite familiar with them on our Arizona Diamondbacks franchise because they have given us plenty of headaches over the years, except recently where they finally finished in like last place. So they're coming out. They still got the one thing that, you know, I don't know if they since fixed this in newer MLB The Shows, but the fact that a team will have that All-Star patch, you're kind of stuck with that. Like with the Chicago Bears in Madden 20, you're stuck with the Bears, you know, 100 anniversary patch on the uniform the whole season. And it's like, well, they don't wear that all season long. Or, I mean, they wear it all season long, but they don't wear it for years and years and years. And the All-Star games was not, this is the 3rd year, the All-Star game no longer in the Dodgers stadium, so that shouldn't be a patch that they're wearing 3 years later. So I wish that would be something that these games would figure out, because that is kind of the patches are cool, but they shouldn't be dragging on as long as they are. Well, look at this red. Is that normal that we have a red border for our team? That's kind of an interesting. Has it been like that all year? I just never noticed.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he got him.
And Tom Brady in Los Angeles is going to strike out here. The challenge failed for Brady. Got the Miami Marlins throwbacks here for this road trip.
First baseman Tom Brady.
A double or better. Let's try that because we're pretty good at doubles. We're 9th in the National League. All right, everyone, check them out. Jammin' Sports on Twitch. Little plug ski. Tell Jammin' to come check us out. I want to see Jammin' pop up in here.
1-1 now. The count to the Marlins first baseman.
High school broadcaster. Wow. Okay. He's a young kid. He's a youngin'. Oh, look at this. This might be the double. Let's see.
This one's down. It's the first hit.
Yes, sir. How about us nailing the challenge right in front of Max Muncy? Get the whole. Oh, he's older. Oh, you're saying he broadcasts high school games, maybe. But yeah, tell everyone, jump in. Let's get the party. Let's exchange. Look at this. There's your doubles leader, Tom Brady, and you say that's why it's a valid complaint for Tom Brady.
So here's the cleanup,
you know, first year in the majors, but he does have that complaint of, hey, you know, maybe I want to go to another team. I'm pulling my weight, at least I feel like. You know, we slumped a little bit here, but look at this, 3 for 10 here in the last couple of at-bats. And there we go. Now Brady warming up. Nice single for Tom Brady. Maybe it's something about these, you know, these are the World Series unis here. Maybe that's what Brady just needed a taste of to kind of get going.
So
Get that World Series feel.
Brady, 2 for
3-1 Miami here.
So far.
See, drive in a run, huh?
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Ball inside. This is where I think you find out a lot about a pitcher's moxie. No one
Improving on that average a little bit, but still not as good as it could be with runners in scoring position. But a solid opportunity here. I mean, a sacrifice opportunity too.
2-0.
Nowhere to put anybody.
Phil
2-0
Bickford.
count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
Let's see who Tom Brady dueling it out with. Who knows? Maybe he can pull an Ohtani, come out to LA.
Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
Brady on the West Coast. How would that be? He's always been on the East Coast his entire career. You know, the 49ers were trying to make a play at Brady.
Called strike 2.
Maybe LA makes the calling.
Chisholm at third.
2-2 count.
Over at second. Rojas is over.
You do
at
not
first with
want to
one
strike
away.
out. At least make some kind of contact.
Count remains
And
2-2.
Foul.
Your pitch, drive it deep, huh? Here you go.
From the belt, the pitch. And he stays
I
alive
checked
here
that
as he
one.
gets a
He still
piece of
swung
this,
right
and
there.
in turn, he gets a piece of the catcher behind the plate.
Not familiar with the man. I probably would as soon as I saw it, but I can't
Ready with
remember
another 2-2.
the last time I've even looked at Madden 16.
That was kind of a gift to the hitter. He's up there probably thinking.
Wish
of
they would figure
protecting
out
on 2
kicking. I
and
still
2,
say
but when you
2K,
launch a ball
and
that
not to
high out
always
of the
say that
strike
like
zone,
2K5,
it's obviously easy
2K8
to take that one.
is like the
And
greatest
this is
end-all
swung
be-all.
on and
Wow,
missed. A
Brady's going
huge
to
out
whiff on
there
a
as
big
the
opportunity.
bases will stay loaded
But I
with
still say
2
the
away
kicking in
now.
2K8
Really good late bite on that
is the
slider right
best,
there.
where
The best ones have
you
that
have the
late
arrow
action that just darts at the
flying
last
back and
minute.
forth,
They're so tough to
but
get the bat
you have
on,
to
and
time
when
your
you've got
kick
that good
where you
slider
hold the
going,
joystick down, and then as the kicker is making contact with the ball, you flick the stick up. So it does make it really difficult to try to like make it a straight deal, you know. I'm doing kind of the stick flick. I think you could do this in this game too, right? The stick to swing. I'm doing the button. Maybe that would do better for me. The stick.
And they
What
pitch
kind of
out
pitch
here,
was
but
that?
nothing's
Oh
going
no,
on.
trying to check the swing. The Mob. You talking about slam ball? 16-0, the Mob.
Now the 1-1
We're getting our
pitch
second season
takes a
slam
pass
ball
and
soon.
misses.
I hope all you guys
Strike
go
two.
support slam ball, because we need this thing to make it.
Because
The NBA sucks right now. You see that All-Star game recently in the NBA? That was terrible.
Put him away.
A runner on
Like,
first with 2
none,
away.
I don't know. Like, none of these players, they just don't have any. I don't know. I've been down on basketball for quite a
And
while.
he lays off a pitch outside as
That
they
whole,
draw even at 2-2.
I said the whole Golden State Cleveland, like 5 championships in a row, just kind of,
Runner goes for second.
that kind of just like killed
Squared that one up just a
my
little late.
interest in basketball. I don't know why. And I'm not like, I don't hate dynasties. Like, you know, the
Now a
Patriots
throw
did their
over to
thing,
first, and the
Alabama,
runner back safely.
but there was just something about, and I think the
Good
fact
battle
that
here.
too, like, other
This'll be
teams
the
weren't
7th
getting
pitch
better
coming up.
either. It was like the good teams just kept getting better, like Golden State.
Again, another
like,
foul ball.
I get it, and I mean that's kind of, I guess, technically what Brady is trying to do here, get to a good team. But like Kevin Durant, you know, they had already won however many championships, and then Kevin
And
Durant
again, he's
joins them,
unable
and
to
it's
keep
like,
it fair,
wow,
but
really,
he's putting
dude? Like,
together quite a battle at the
come
plate.
on. So like he got his rings, but
Hey, on the ropes. Drive him in.
and
Let's go.
then
Here you go.
I don't know.
Still even at 2-2.
Hey, have an AB right here.
Super Bowl
I know
58
it's
was a good
frustrating
one,
the
man.
heck
You
out of
missed
the
it.
pitcher.
You missed a
You
good
keep
one. I know
fouling these pitches
people
off, maybe one
really want to
misses
see the
over the heart of
Lions
the plate.
in the
And
Super
he
Bowl.
struck him out, so a good pitch
But
there.
that
Now
was
they're gonna
a-
need to
that
string
was a
some hits
crazy
together
good
in this
game.
last at-bat if
Very
they wanna
good
get back
game.
in this thing. One left for Miami. They lead this one,
We've
though.
gotten some good Super Bowls as of late.
Hey,
You know,
a
back in
nice
the
win for
90s, a
them
lot of
all
blowouts,
around,
which
and an even better way to
still are
start things
interesting.
off
I
on
don't
the
know.
first day
People
of
kind
summer,
of get down on
when
blowouts,
every
but the
team is
Marlins
ready to
take
get
this
on a
one.
roll.
Tonight's game comes to an end, 5-1.
We are on
under the
dynamic
lights as the
difficulty,
show
so that
gets
is
you
where
ready for
it'll
another
automatically
edition of Major League
increase or
Baseball.
decrease your
A good
difficulty, so
matchup
you'll
here
see it
for you
on the
tonight
screen,
between the Miami
depending on how we're
Marlins
playing.
and the
which is pretty cool. I wish other games would have that, so I wouldn't have to kind of fool around like NHL 21 that I've kind of, if you guys, I'm not sure if you're over on Patreon or not, Nemesis, but we're doing our Legends Hockey League over on Patreon, and we've definitely had some struggles, and I wish that game had dynamic difficulty or some kind of rubber band difficulty to kind of, I don't know, play at your level or for what your team is.
Tom Brady swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1. Dan Dero, you check out this.
There's your Padres sitting in first place there, Nemesis.
They come in the midst of a stretch where
and there's my Diamondbacks, 20 games back.
Yeah, Matty, in this sport at this level, you have to find a way to be a little bit
We talked
realistic.
before like a month ago. Okay, well, welcome back. Appreciate you coming back. We got a lot of folks that come in and out of the various streams. We're glad to have you back. Glad to have you part of the TV sports community as always.
Looked like the
I asked you some advice. What advice did you give me? Did I take it? I don't know. Did I take the advice?
Working balls and strikes will be Mr.
1-2 the count here. Dustin May on the mound. Oh, and the sinker.
I know there's not a clear scouting report with Darryl. I'll tell you what, you're going to know in the first 2 innings where he's going to be.
Oh, for Tom Brady. Okay. So you've been waiting. Maybe you just tuned in for the Tom Brady, so you kind of wait for the baseball stuff then to tune in. So, because I've seen you on the last couple of streams. But yes, we still have not gotten that trade. The trade has not come in for Tom Brady yet. I know it's tough when you're a rookie in baseball. A legend such as Tom Brady, but obviously a young player such as Mr. Brady.
And he'll fight this one fouled off to the left as the count goes to 0-2.
You got to have so many years of MLB whatnot before you're even eligible to kind of play the free agency game or anything like that as Brady. Well, he's been, you know, this whole stream, he's been having some issues with the umps. They've been chattering ever since the Atlanta series. There's been a lot of chatter, It's tough, too, for an East Coast team, because this is a nighttime game. There's a good hit. Nighttime game on the West Coast, but for Nemesis, this is for an East Coast team. And I can say that especially as a Tampa Bay Rays fan. Whenever they go out west, these games, for Eastern time, they start at 10, 11 at night, and they'll go to 1 or 2 in the morning. So your body clock, it's nighttime right now. It's 8 o'clock West Coast. But for Tom Brady in Miami, it's probably like midnight 1 a.m. right now on his body clock, being on the West Coast here.
As the first pitch is taken for ball 1. Gonzalez,
a late hit on the kicker. I can't remember the last time I've seen a late hit in Madden. Madden 16. Is that the one with Calvin Johnson on the cover? They had a run. They had like that run. I think Soft Drink TV like points out where like every Madden was kind of the same, and it was like Calvin Johnson, Richard Sherman, Odell Beckham. It was all like blue jerseyed players on the cover. And Tom Brady, yes, another home run for Tom Brady. The Odell one, okay. Yeah, there was a run where from like, it was Brady, Odell, Richard Sherman, Megatron. For like 4 or 5 years in a row, it was just a player with a blue jersey on the cover. And it really made Madden, like just, it really made it hard to separate those games from year to year. Because even the cover wasn't anything special. It was just like a guy on the cover, you know.
But someone forgot to tell the guy in the box that he was at a disadvantage because
oh, did he really?
On that thing.
I know he's been doing some live streams lately.
He's going to make you pay. Doesn't matter what side you're throwing.
Well, that's kind of fun.
Well, this one had its
and the Dodgers, even though the home run comes through for Tom Brady, Dodgers will take this one. I think we have one more game.
The Dodgers took the lead in the second
I'll have to check that out. I missed it. Was it a live stream? Maybe? Yeah, we got one more game here. Let me look. Let me look real quick while we're loading here. Or was it like an episode? Because if it's an episode, I'd probably add it to my watch list. 3 months ago, he did a Madden 16.
A good one on tap for you this afternoon between the
You're saying
Miami
he
Marlins
played it.
and the Los
Maybe it was on
Angeles
Twitch or
Dodgers.
something. But I did
It's
watch
Dodger
the,
baseball
it
on
is
the
showing
show,
that I watched
and
the
it comes
Madden
your way
16
next.
episode, so. I did see that. It was while I was at work, but I did see that a little bit. I wish I still had NFL Fever. I don't know where those games are. I've been seeing a lot of people playing that lately.
What do we need to know here,
And
Danny?
those were the games I played growing up. I didn't grow up playing Madden, and maybe that's why I'm kind of like in that world of thinking Madden's not that great. But when I had Xbox growing up, so I had NFL Fever, and then I moved to 2K. I was kind of forced into playing Madden. The only Madden I've ever bought on my own is Madden 12 and Madden 20. So, but NFL Fever, I love those games growing up. But I don't know where they are. I had both of them, both of NFL Fever 03 and 04, I think. They were on Xbox, and I don't know where they are because they're not in my copy of games. I don't know where those are. I had the Madden that had Sean Alexander on the cover as well, and I don't know where that is either.
We'll give you one, we'll take one. They need to figure out a way to get it done today.
But yeah, Madden 12, that is... I did enjoy that one. That one was very good. I'll still say the biggest annoyance, the glitch, the rookie shoulder pad glitch that is in that game. But as far as like statistical stats and ease of the game, and that is probably, I think I like that one maybe even more than Madden 20. So maybe I should just go back and play that one. Should we just play that on the channel?
The next 0-2. And it's fouled away.
Because Madden 12 was a good one. I did really enjoy that.
Nothing in 2 pitch. And this one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there, and the inning is over.
But you can see a lot of my old Madden 12 episodes. Patreon.com/TVSports27. You can see Tim Tebow. What would have happened if the Broncos had held on to Tim Tebow instead of trying to chase a Super Bowl with Peyton Manning? Well, according to my simulation, they won a lot more Super Bowls with Tebow than they won with Manning. So I don't know. Go check that out. It's up on Patreon. We also have Peyton Manning going to the Arizona Cardinals, which was one of the places he visited. What would have happened if he had gone to Arizona instead of Denver? How many Super Bowls would he have won? Well, those episodes, if they're not up, they're coming up soon for my previous channel. You also got Ryan Leaf's come back to pro football. So we do got a lot of Madden 12 content up there, so maybe you guys are kind of all tuned out on Madden 12.
2-2.
And these black jerseys in the hot LA sun. Maybe not the best idea here. It should be the final game for this streaming session.
Today, he's gone on strikes. Opportunity
As
now
Trevor
to take
Bauer is mowing down Tom Brady. He's continuing his career in Japan.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Oh, 1 pitch on its way.
Fight for the fumble. I don't think I've ever played that. I don't know. Is that too gimmicky? Is that too much of a gimmick? Because Madden, as Soft Drink TV puts it, it's supposed to be contractually the only simulation-based NFL football game. But his fight for the fumble, is that too gimmicky? Man, Trevor Bauer is really burning up Tom Brady here. 10 strikeouts, so you can go take your stub to a Cane's Furniture and get a coupon for a free pizza, or is that just in Tampa? I don't know. But 10 strikeouts. So Bauer comes out somehow, even with the 10 strikeouts. The Miami Marlins have the lead here on the Dodgers, which is kind of crazy.
Hey, let's go now. One time.
The 1-0. 3 runs already home here.
11. That's the one Fitzgerald on the cover, right?
1-2 now.
I can see that. But if I like 12 so much, I guess 12 would be slightly improved from 11. But I've thought about doing that too, just going and searching for like the best game. Man, Brady is getting just ran right now. Oh, that was the Drew Brees 10 was the one, right? That had them on the cover.
Been a really tough one on him. Already wearing the golden
I know for
sombrero
hockey they
with 4
say
strikeouts.
NHL 15, the
First
one
pitch
with
of
Marty
the
Brodeur
at-bat on its
on the
way.
cover is the greatest hockey game of all
Fastball catches the
time.
black there for a called
I still have
strike.
2K6. I don't know if that one's a little too old to play on the channel, but that was one that I enjoyed back then. Haven't played in a while, but I do remember really liking 2K6 for hockey. And of course, everyone says 2005 MLB 05 is like the greatest baseball game of all time.
Pollock on the run.
Maybe I should just go play like the greatest hits and just play those on the channel. All right, Marlins take this one. Rough day for Tom Brady, I will say. Was not good at all, but I think this should round out this series, and it will. So an 0 for 5 performance for Tom Brady, including 4 strikeouts. So we're going to roll on here, but we got another episode coming your way. We got Tom Brady on the road to the All-Star game. Who knows? Will he make it? I don't know. All these strikeouts. Stay tuned. Find out.